It's the end of the day. I just finished work, my last class, and still with a mask. My friend I co-teach with, she went to a different school in the afternoon, so can't feel my feet, so they're up here. So waiting until it's 4:30 to take off. It's 3:45, 3:45 now. So I still have a few more minutes, and I'm just looking at that beautiful sky out there and the green and how it's nice. It's AC. The AC is working, but the window is open because Corona. So we do that. I'm just looking at the wind and thinking of evaluate myself. And I have to say, I do believe, I do cherish, I do believe in true love and relationship. I really do. And because I believe in it I believed in it so much, I tried my best to accomplish it, to have that in my life. And I take seriously things that I have been taught when I joined the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and I understand the covenants we make with Heavenly Father. And I know He's aware of me, and He's aware of each and every one of us, no matter where we are and what we're in the middle of, and what occupation we have or not, and what kind of house or car or not you have or have not. I do value relationships, I really do. And to me, I give my 120% in a relationship, even if it's just a friendship. And I also understand nobody's perfect. I totally understand that, including myself. Nobody's perfect. And things can be worked out. Things can be cleared. Things can be solved. But it takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes a desire. And I do believe in relationships of people where there's mutual interest and investment in that relationship. I do believe people can make it work no matter what the challenges are, when they both want to do so. And if the plan of two people was from the start to invest all their energy, effort, and desire to keep up with whatever happens in their face together, and there is nothing impossible. However, I look back in the past more than 10 years now. I look back, and what I see is, what I have been doing is, there's this phrase in the scriptures in the Book of Mormon that talks about, it's a very famous verse about, I think it's in second, if I'm not too sure, but it's basically about if you act in your faith, or like the concept is like you act or you're acted upon. And I think that's my biggest mistakes of all that I have done as a partner relationship. I have left a person and people to act upon. So I've been just a passive follower instead of standing on my ground and fighting for what, not fighting, it's like standing on my ground and knowing what I want and what my goals are. I put other people's goals and desires up front, and I just forgot all about what I wanted and what I needed or what I was longing for. That's that. And looking back at that, it certainly doesn't bring happy feelings because you just keep giving everything out of you. And I mean, think about it. You give your 120%. Like, I'm talking about me. Okay, I give 120% of my effort and everything into a relationship and so-called family where there is not just, to begin with, there's not just two people. I always felt it's just me and the rest of them, the whole household. People coming, going in and out, in the country, out of the country, people getting married, people getting divorced, people having children. It's just me and my kids. And my kids, I'm saying because they come out of me and my experience versus them all, the whole household, the whole clan. And so I read this quote by somebody famous, I guess, about what intimacy is all about. And it talks about, I cannot really paraphrase it exactly, but it was basically saying it's nothing to do with sex or those kind of like intimate desires. Intimacy is when you open yourself and tell your truth to somebody, and that somebody takes you the way you are and supports you and recognizes you. And I don't remember exactly how it went, that quote, but it just rang a really huge bell in my head, because to be honest, in all those years, maybe in the beginning I have felt that way, but that was, I don't remember feeling that way. It's always been, I never felt like it's just two people. I never felt I was building a future with one person that I married. It's been always the whole clan behind, especially the mother and the father. No matter how much he would reject, he would say it's not true. You can feel, I cannot deny those feelings. It's just something that I cannot really explain, but I never felt, maybe when we were in a different country, maybe when we were in Hawaii, it was different, because it was a ground where no parents, I mean, there are still parents out in the emails and internet, right? We stay in touch, but it's not like on daily basis and casually talking from window to window, literally from door to door. I believe that when people take the decision to make their own nest together, I believe that you give yourself and you put the desires of the other person first. So I did that. So I let to be acted upon my entire life with the decisions whatsoever. And I followed the lead. I was the follower. The complete trust in everything, until I realized I cannot really stand in this one-man show, because there are sometimes decisions that are crucial for the future of not just me and him. It's about our children too. There are 5 children involved in here, and I worry about their future in so many aspects. There are so many aspects that I'm thinking in my head that I'm worried about. Of course, every parent worries about their children. Well, not really, not every parent, but every mom, I would say. I don't know, but I hope so. But I do. And from my experience, I remember working in elementary schools like this one, and I remember seeing the system and how they treat the children. I remember saying to myself, oh my goodness, I never want my children to experience that. I never want my kids to be in those elementary schools, kind of, sort of type of school life. There's some good things, but mostly it's not really that enjoyable. Like, they're still children, so they try to find fun in everything. So because children are children, they're just really pure. But in general, just crushing them and smashing their spirit and their individuality is just sad. And so I didn't want that to happen. And we talked about it so many times. And maybe I expressed it in a rude way, because I'm sort of like stuck. I don't really have the choice, kind of like, unless we move out. But we never did. And so I just kept following, and I still kept believing that, there will be a little door or window open somewhere before my kids started going to elementary school. Lo and behold, they started one by one. My firstborn is last year, elementary school this year. And I have to say, they have done it well to him. They have smashed him and crushed him. So if he goes right now with his knowledge and discipline into a foreign country, westward, like towards Europe or the States, he'll be shocked how children talk and think and express themselves and take part of the class. He will be so shocked. He'll be like, oh, they're so rude, he'll probably be shocked. And his brothers probably as well, but they probably can, I don't know, adjust. But I worry. And different cultures are okay, and we can take all the good from every culture that we go and dip ourselves in. It's good. Different cultures bring more experience to your knowledge and character, so you're more open to people from those places and accepting